Welcome to the Ballroom Dance Channel. We are a worldwide community of ballroom dancers who meet here every day to chat all things ballroom dance. Today's topic, my top advice for young competitors. So number one, you will lose partners. And honestly, the younger you are, from my observation, the higher that turnover seems to be, especially for children, because you grow at different rates and you've got to deal with sibling schedules and parents getting along. So don't worry. Don't sweat the small stuff. Another partner will come along, especially if you're a younger competitor. It's a little easier. My suggestion in the interim is to continue working on your dancing, taking lessons, improving, because that will make you a more marketable partner going forward. And I have that same advice for adults and more mature dancers. Okay, number two, parents. Don't teacher hop. And actually, this advice applies to mature age dancers as well. Why is this? Well, I realize it's tempting to shop based on that price, or this week I'm gonna work on this week I'm gonna work on this, and it's okay to see multiple teachers, but if you hop, and dump teachers along the way, you're gonna make a lot of enemies. And it's going to be very hard to get those cherry lessons that you want. You're going to be low on their priority list. If you're doing Pro-Am, they're going to favor other students over you in terms of which categories you want to enter, your lesson slots. If you're a young dancer or an amateur dancer and you want a partner, they are not going to recommend partners for you. And I've seen this from my own coaches. I've done it with my own students, frankly, because I don't want to send my students to someone that's just going to hop off to another teacher next week. I've cultivated a good dancer. I enjoy teaching them. I want to keep them. While every teacher I know feels the same way. They're not just going to willy-nilly throw partners at you when they know you're going to skip. Plus, when you get to that championship level, I've noticed those elite level pros really take this seriously and look down on the dancers that skip around coaches and feel like they're just trying to buy their marks, which you kind of are. And we do that with the political lessons, but you don't skip. This is my primary. I don't take from anyone primarily. Okay, next step. Another suggestion for parents, do not be a backseat driver. I've seen parents do this. I've had it happen a couple times when I'm teaching, though I tend to intervene on the student's behalf. Don't sit and shout at your kid during the lesson trying to co-teach them. Inevitably, it's the parents that have never danced in their life that are trying to micromanage their kid. Don't be a stage mom. That's what you hire the teacher for. It's just distracting. It's distracting for the teacher. Half the time you're given wrong information. You think you're helping and you're just setting the whole machine up in a wreck. Okay, next step. Make friends. Enjoy those friends, because I'm telling you guys that the friends you make now, and by young dancers in this respect, I mean children through 20s, these are going to be the future professional dancers. They're going to be the ones in the future that are your professional network. These people, I know it sounds like it would never happen, but trust me, they're the ones that are going to be owning the competitions, judging the competitions, owning the studios. This is how you network as a professional so that you can refer students to each other if someone does need a partner. A lot of pros bring a posse to, okay, well, I'll bring 10 students to your comp and you're going to bring 10 students to my comp and I'll judge your comp and you judge my comp. A lot of trade-offs happen. Also, even when you become a more experienced amateur competitor and you start traveling around the country, around the world, these people are going to be great assets for you. You can go to the comp and help each other do your hair, because heaven knows I do not like having a bad hair day at a comp. It's so much easier when someone else does it. Or what if you get to the comp and you're missing part of your tail suit? You can rely on one of your buddies. I can't even tell you how many places in the world I have traveled where I've been able to stay with people that are my friends. In the United States, in England, saved a ton of money. And they never asked for a thing. Mind you, Whenever I stayed overnight at someone's house, and guys, I wouldn't just stay overnight. You know, what do they say? Like a guest is like a fish at your house and over 3 days and a time to leave. I've stayed at people's houses a couple of weeks. For me, I've always hidden money for them in a card and put it somewhere in their house and then texted them or emailed after I left, like, okay, check under your pillow or something like that to compensate them financially, because I'm not a user, don't like users. But I'll tell you this, it's a heck of a lot cheaper than staying at a hotel. And it's fun to stay with friends. So yeah, go ahead and make friends. I've seen dancers make no friends. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Maybe they're just incredibly shy or so caught up in their own comp experience. You're missing out. You're missing out socially and that communal joy you share with other ballroom dancers, but functionally you're missing out as well. And a lot of times we can find partners with our social network, with our peers, and not just our coaches. Well, good luck having people refer partners to you just because you dance and they've seen you. Like, personality is even more important than the dancing. So they're going to want to refer people to their friends. Okay, next up. Don't vicariously live through your children. So this one's for parents. And I've seen this and I hate it. Okay, you know what? My kid danced for what? 8 years. She knows everything. 10 dance, American style, country western, hates dancing. I did let her quit, and I never went into that like pushing. She just went for the social aspects. Actually became a very good dancer, enjoyed her private lessons, but she doesn't dance at all now, which is somewhat stunning. But don't make your kid dance, because you cannot force a passion on them. I know several championship level dancers, US finalists, who no longer dance at all. And they started as children and their parents forced them to dance. You know what? You can take a horse to water and you can ram its head in the water and make it drink, but that's not going to make it thirsty. Don't do it. It's going to make it run away. And that's what I've seen. And unfortunately, when you're a hardcore dancer and you press your kid hardcore, now you're sacrificing these other opportunities in their life. What if they were going to be an amazing lacrosse player or a fabulous artist or a scientist, and you suck those opportunities away from them? Because if you're a hardcore dancer, you've poured all of your resources into that basket. I've even seen people pull their kids out of school and homeschool them really badly, thinking, well, I'm going to make a champion. No. You're going to make a cab driver. And yes, I do know someone who is 4th or 5th in the United States, excellent, beautiful dancer. His partner still dances, and she's actually on TV, but he hated dancing. Dude drives a cab now in New York, happy as a clam, hasn't danced in years. And what a waste of resources. So don't live vicariously through your kid. Don't live your dance dreams through your kid. You let your kid be their own person. Okay, final thought. This one's for parents. There are a ton of child predators out there. I've shared a variety of stories I've seen myself in my neck of the woods, as well as all over the world. So your dance teacher, your dance studio is no safer than dropping your kid off at the shopping mall. Don't do it. You be there, you be present. Now, certainly as children age, we give them more leeway, but you know what? I've seen a ton of teenagers, one boy and a number of girls, suffer the consequences of parents trusting. And the kids trust too. You need to educate your kids. No, it's not okay for you to share the changing room with your teacher. I can't even tell you the crazy stuff I've seen. I'm going to choose my words carefully here, because YouTube totally puts a kibosh on my channel when I talk about this stuff. But yeah, educate your kids. Keep your eyes peeled. Be there for the lessons. Do not let your kid travel alone to competitions with the teacher. They shouldn't be in the car with the teacher unless there's an absolute emergency. That's what parenting is for. Studio is not a babysitting facility. There's no supervision. There's all sorts of side offices where crazy stuff can happen. My studio was covered in security cameras. Frankly, most studios aren't. So anyway, those are my top pieces of advice. Okay, I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning for some more things ballroom dance. Have a wonderful, happy dancing day. Bye.